Hello, welcome to STH English. Let's first talk about the intensity with which the Afghan-Pakistan border erupted. The background is pretty simple. Pakistan had been telling the Taliban government repeatedly that you are conniving at creating intense terrorism inside Pakistan, and tashkils or formations in English are coming into Pakistan apart from the suicide attackers and their elaborate network. And Pakistan is battling them, killing them in huge numbers. However, you seem to think that this is child's play and we can look the other way and not take responsibility. Take responsibility, stop these people. They, instead of stopping these people, encouraged them and allowed them to come in. If you look at the pre Kabul strikes hit events, these were big ticket counterterrorism events. Precious blood was lost in Pakistan. Lots and lots of people were involved, and many were killed when these attacks took place. The cost for Pakistan is still bearable. No army is going to let the blood of martyrs go to waste and halt the operations just because they are losing more and more. If you look at the upside of it, Pakistan has knocked out more terrorists this year as compared to last year, and they are in their hundreds, if not thousands. If you were to put together the number over the last 5 years, actually they would be in their thousands. However, Afghanistan continues to try to inflict 1,000 wounds on Pakistan. So the events in Kabul, when Pakistan struck and went for the jugular vein, was essentially driven by what was happening inside Pakistan 5 days before the attack took place. Now, Taliban retaliated, and it's very interesting that they took a leaf out of the book of the Indian play against Pakistan. In fact, the entire book was that of India. That is to activate the entire northwestern border from Chitral down to Balochistan areas and deploy all their resources and engage Pakistan across a very lengthy and treacherous border. And Pakistan responded. Now I'm explaining the intensity of it. The intensity actually came not from Pakistan's response only, which was comprehensive and very precise and lethal. The intensity came from the fact that now that Pakistan had been given an opportunity to knock out the Taliban posts, it also went for the infrastructure that Taliban had been building and allowing to be built along the lines, and this was the launchpad for terrorism inside Pakistan. So the intensity of Pakistan's response was not just retaliation to what the Taliban tried to do, it was also an add-on because Pakistan was knocking out this entire infrastructure of terror. And this is where the real damage was done. Now, India would be thinking that they have exactly the kind of gameplay going on where Pakistan is engaged on the northwestern border, and now we can activate the eastern border at a time of our own choosing, and internal mayhem can overwhelm Pakistan. It is going to be slightly more nuanced than that when it comes to play. Number one, Pakistan's response to the Taliban and whatever they tried to do has given Pakistan an additional edge. It has neutralized terrorist infrastructure and probably has set back terrorism that was creating a problem inside Pakistan by a couple of weeks, if not months. Number two, Pakistan has now set a new red line along this border. And the red line is very clear that every time we see an area becoming a hotbed of intrigue against us, we are going to go for it. So now Pakistan does not need, as per the new playbook, does not need any reason to go inside and attack the territory where terrorism is being planned against Pakistan. So Pakistan, in a way, has got an ingress which Islamabad is not going to let go of. So that's where the situation on the northwestern border stands. It has not required a massive movement of troops across the border because this was really a technical way of handling this challenge, and Pakistan did an admirable job of it. So the Eastern Front activity is to be managed the way it would have been managed. So in a way, activation of the northwestern border did not require straining our resources on the eastern side. And this kind of arrangement is going to hold good. More important, Taliban have allowed Pakistan an additional reason to prove three fundamental points about their activity. Number one, they are harboring terrorists. They are harboring terrorists, they are facilitating them, they are protecting them to the point that they would actually take on one of their oldest neighbor who has been hosting them for 4 or 5 decades in order to protect these terrorists. So this is the extent to which the collusion is taking place. Number two, it is abundantly clear that the playbook is coming from Delhi, that Muttaqi was sitting inside India. India was conceding to all the Taliban demand, incredibly, though not unpredictably. Even the demand that in the first press conference, no female reporters should be sitting there. And India, that claims to be a democratic country, a secular country, though frankly it's an oxymoron to say Moody's India and secularism, but champions these glorious causes, would concede to the demands of a mullah regime that it doesn't even recognize. But then, this is the age of the oddities. I mean, you don't recognize a country, but you open an embassy in that country. But leaving that aside, you now have the Indians essentially proving the point that Pakistan always made, which is that India and Taliban are conniving at destabilizing Pakistan. And number three, it's not just India and Taliban. The instrument of control and mayhem happens to be an instrument that is going to destabilize the entire region. That is the Khawarji, the terrorists, the outsiders, these groups and these bad people from bad lands who have come together, and their mercenaries and basically fight for money. And it is not just a Pakistan problem. It is a China problem. It is an Iranian problem. It is a Russian problem. And it is a problem that can go beyond borders. So when India and Taliban combine and use a problem which is a regional headache, they actually are taking on the region. So in a way, this episode between the government of Taliban, the interim government, unrecognized by most of the world, and Pakistan, has brought light onto areas which used to be shrouded in controversy. Pakistan's all 3 points have been proven. Pakistan's prowess on western border has been proven. Pakistan has shown the intent to meet its deadlines, enforce its deadlines, and countries have experienced that Pakistan has the capacity to walk the talk. As far as the Taliban's future actions are concerned, I can assure you the background briefings that we have had and conversations that we have heard, it is going to be an added force, not a reduced response. So next time they make a move like this, they will get hit very deep into the heartland of trouble for Pakistan. And most important, from this episode onwards, Pakistan has set this tone. Pakistan will not ask any country or give any warning before it strikes inside Afghanistan. Now the template is set, and Pakistan is going to follow that template. That's the message that comes out of this entire episode.